Most men don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they let small mistakes pile up day after day until they end up being the person they never planned to be. Last video, I was talking about being 1% better, and being 1% better is the little things. We tend to look at the big things as those are the things that really move our lives. Those are the things that really have a bigger impact. But we fail to see that the little things, when put together, have just as much weight or even more than the little things. Like I said in the start, it's the little things that left day by day that pile up, and then you end up being the person that you never planned to be. When you want to be successful, it's the little things that really matter. The little details that we tend to ignore are the ones that have the greater impact on your life. Like, waking up in the morning, instead of hitting that snooze alarm, you get up out of the bed and you start to organize your day. You start to really work on the things that you need to be successful for that day. On the flip side of that, if you say, I don't need to get up right now, and I find an excuse to stay in bed a little longer, that little thing now is setting the tone for your whole day. You're making excuses in other areas of things that you know you need to address, and you're saying, well, it's not that important, I can put it off. And this is how, when all those things put together, you have a failure of the day. You're not really succeeding, you're not really achieving the goals that you have set for yourself. It could be in health, like I said, with the sleep, because that's part of it. It could be your finances where, okay, well, it's just something extra that I'm buying, when in the overall grand scheme of things, it could derail your finances. It could be that conversation that you're putting off, that little thing that if you had addressed it when it needed to be addressed, then it would not have been to a bigger situation or bigger complication if you had just done it when it was necessary. Those small things that we tend to ignore because in our mind they're perceived as small have, I think, a larger impact on the overall situations that sometimes we're trying to address. Don't ignore them. Same as being 1% better is you just doing something that day that is 1% better than what you did the previous day. It's the same thing right now with allowing those little things to pile up. Because again, having those little things pile up, you end up being somebody that you not necessarily plan to be. So in order for you to be successful in whatever it is that you want to do, is to start looking at those little things, those little areas that you try to ignore, you think they're insignificant, because nothing is really insignificant. It's just something that you perceive in your mind. Over time, these things put together can either rebuild or to augment your life, or they can derail a lot of the plans that you have. You being late for a meeting because it's a little thing can derail your career. People see you as not being organized and these kind of things. You not being able to have those conversations because you're saying, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Again, something that you're minimizing can really derail your relationship. On the flip side of it, you now being mindful of the little things can make you the kind of person that is confident, making a kind of person that addresses things when they need to. And that in of itself can now change you in the direction that you need to go. So don't ignore, but be mindful of the little things, because they can have a huge impact on your results and on your life.